All right, it's Friday. We are going to have a 3-rep heavy deadlift. Okay, we'll talk about a little bit of tips and tricks for getting this, as far as our breathing, bracing, timing of the deadlift. And then we have a little bit different of a workout stimulus today. It's a heavy stimulus. So we're going to talk about how we're going to pace ourselves fast through the first parts of the workout, but then every single time we see that heavy bar, we're going to make sure we're braced, moving steady, consistent, and not as focused on the speed for that part of the workout. So we will build to our 3-rep heavy deadlift. Remember with deadlift, if you can pick the bar up, you can also put it back down, and you will also get stronger by putting that bar down. We worked early in the week, if you were here on Monday, on building some hollow position with a band standing, where we were working on pushing forward from that bar or that band. We want to think about the same thing, engaging those lats as we then take our deadlift bar, and as we get set, think about engaging those lats, pulling down and back. That will help us get set, but also keep the bar close throughout this movement. The bar will start over my shoelaces. Make sure you're fully set every single time before you start your, especially those heavier sets. Make sure you're set, you've pulled the slack out of the bar, and it's slow and steady coming up. What we don't want to do is go down, grab the bar, and then just yank it off the ground. Okay, what that tends to do is stick the butt up, lower back sticks out, and then we end up in a bad position, uncurling ourselves for the rest of the lift. So drive through those heels, set everything, think about pulling that bar down and close to you. We then steadily drive up, stand up all the way, slight knee bend, and then hinge back down. Try to control it throughout the entire movement, okay? So what we want to see on those 3-rep heavies is full control through the entire lift. If on the 3-rep heavy, you go down and you feel like you're getting out of position, it's not worth fighting to hold on to it and then go into another ugly rep, especially at heavier reps. What I would do is quickly reset your hands at the bottom without standing up, reset your back, reset your legs, then come up into that last one, okay? As long as you have it totally separated from that bar, we're gonna count that, okay? And it's a quick reset of that grip to make sure you're in a safe position to come up. This number is gonna be important. We want this to be a pretty accurate 3-rep heavy deadlift, because then we're gonna take 80% of it and apply it to the workout weight. So like I mentioned before, this is a heavy stimulus workout. It is 4 time with a 15-minute cap. We start with a big chunk of double unders, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. We then go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of sit-ups, working in alternate movements for those. But after each set, you do 6 deadlifts with 80% of your 3-rep heavy number that you just found. What we want to see is you're going to sprint your jump rope number, whether that's doubles, high jump singles, plate jumps. You're then going to quickly sprint through those sit-ups as well. We're going to try to push through those 2 movements. Yes, your heart rate's going to be up, your breathing's going to be up, you're going to be sweating. And then your goal is to come up to that bar at 80% worth and try to slow down that breathing, gather yourself, make sure everything is nice and set, where you can then do 6 unbroken reps with 80%. So once you're ready and you've got yourself centered to then take that bar, get nice and set. Don't think about this being fast. Think about this being steady movement throughout with a heavy bar. Okay, so we're going to see if we can play with going fast, then slowing ourselves down to pick up something heavier than we normally see in a workout. Okay, fast, fast, heavy, fast, fast, heavy for those 5 sets. Okay, so you'll end up doing 5 total sets of that deadlift weight there. But the goal is to finish this under 15. If we're having to break up the deadlift, we went too heavy on it. If we can't stay braced after pushing the other 2 movements and it's causing us to then slow down on our jump rope or on our sit-ups, we're not reaching the goal on that either, okay? Real quick on our sit-ups, we talked yesterday about push-up range of motion. We want to talk about sit-up range of motion. Make sure, whether we're using an ab mat or not, we want to think about what our full range of motion is. Just like we talk about with a squat or a deadlift or any going overhead, we have a starting position and we have an ending position. Same thing with our sit-ups. Whether our feet are flat or butterfly, the starting position is going to be arms extended overhead. Okay, you might think, oh, I don't need to. I can just keep them right here and then sit up. If you're making it a little bit stricter of a movement, that's fine. But if we're talking about getting that full stretch here, especially if you're using an ab mat, we'll get that stretch here. We are working where we can tap here, so we know this is our starting range of motion, to then swing and then tap by our feet, and that's our end range of motion. If we're doing this and we're just flying our hands by our head, we're not reaching that full range of motion. Okay, so we want to see that through as we build our skills through these movements. What does our full range of motion look like? So that'll be the sit-ups, and you have some low sets to start with on this workout, so that'll be very doable for the sit-ups part of this. Friday's gonna be fun. Have an accurate deadlift number so you can build that 80% effectively into the workout. Fast, heavy is gonna be the goal for Friday. We'll see you then.